人はいつかそれに名をつけた
Good day to you all. What a sight for sore eyes. I haven't seen such a beautiful trio in years. Good day to you. Good day to you, Missy. What can I do for you on this fine afternoon? Well, I need to speak to the owner of the establishment. You do you? As much as I'd love to oblige you, I must ask about any inquiries involving the owner. Oh, well, you know, whatever needed discussing. Rune chose not to stare her reasoning. Rather, she whispered in the clerk's ear. And suddenly, Master Zevit, have mercy, please. I'll get that good-for-nothing right this second. The clerk paled, jerking his head away from Rune, and dashed back into the storeroom. Huh? I apologize for the hold-up. If that good-for-nothing clerk of mine was being sassy to you in any way, Please, that won't be necessary. He wasn't sassy in the least. He was very loyal and receptive, if anything. I thought Master Zevitz would have at least given us prior notice of your arrival. If he had, I would have. Aren't you Master Zevitz? The owner's gaze appeared to scan every inch of Rune's face deeply. Oh, I'm here because he needs something specific. Specific? Did Master Zevitz send you here to conduct a surprise inspection for something specific? What is wrong with this man? He's gone off on a tangent with the utterance of a single word. I'm not here to do anything like that. Accuse, deny, repeat. Does it have an end? I understand now. You two are the ones who have business with me. We apologize for causing this confusing chain of events, but we really do require your assistance. No apology is necessary, miss. Why? Any friend of Master Zevitz is a friend of mine, and all my friends are fellow merchants, so you are too. Merchants? Us? Oh right, Miss Ritana. You were looking for 2 Class 4 cuts of Sediment Stones, correct? You need 2 Sediment Stones, do you? Very well. I believe I have the desired Class 4 cuts of Sediment Stones somewhere in storage. They've also been evaluated at a fair price against the current market value. You, go have the guard release the lock on Storage Unit A. Understood. While we wait for him to retrieve the Sediment Stones, why don't you 3 join me in my personal lounge? Your personal lounge? Please, I must insist that you all be treated to an experience of leisure and relaxation within my establishment. Is the least I can do. Okay then. Ritana, is it me? Or does it feel like a simple errand just turned into a complicated core? Yeah. Pretty much. I do apologize for the relatively long wait. You'll find the finest cuts of Class 4 Sediment Stones in this case. I thought it may be to your benefit if I brought out cuts of Class 1 and on too. That's pretty small Sediment Stones I've seen. They each have their own separate cases. Do take your time. Thank you, sir. These are beautiful, well-crafted cases. But it's hard to believe they're so valuable. What do you think of these stones, Miss Ritana? I don't believe this. I can't tell or determine their class, or even if they're sediment stones, with my diminished mano-dosing abilities. Sediment describes 2 subtypes of stones used by manacrafters. One is normally impervious stones, which have slowly siphoned trace amounts of mana from underground. These are called Natural sediments. Natural sediments appear no different from common stones, but are capable of siphoning all subtypes of mana, including purified mana. The other is an augmented variant of natural sediment stones, which store and replenish mana. They'll hold certain volumes of specific mana subtypes, which makes them ideal for casting mana crafting. Thus, they were referred to as crafter sediments. When mana crafters refer to sediment stones, they usually mean the latter. The classes of crafter sediment stones refer to the degree of mana purity retention. While they can retain all subtypes of mana, a conflict among the other subtypes may arise based on the affinity of the natural sediment stone. For example, a well-balanced natural sediment stone that is augmented into a crafter sediment stone will hold pyro mana without conflicting with other mana subtypes. These are Class 1 stones. However, low-class stones can pollute their contents, changing the subtype of stored mana, thus making the stone unfit for precision crafting. For example, aqua mana stored in a terra aligned stone could become polluted and turn into terra mana over time. The longer the natural sediment stone is within an aligned mana stream, the greater its affinity with certain mana subtypes. That's pretty interesting, powerful stones. Which means that the augmentation process and quality of a natural sediment stone determines its class, also affecting its chance of affinity alteration of stored mana. However, the lower the class of a sediment stone, the more difficult it is for the mana crafter to utilize. In Ruxenheide, Class 1 sediment stones are stored to their maximum capacities with purified mana for authentication before distribution. The non-elemental affiliation of purified mana proves useful in this aspect, as any affinity alteration will immediately become evident when stored into a sediment stone. This is the standard practice for identifying the quality and cuts of sediment stones. This case containing Class 1 sediment stones are the easiest to identify, as the purified mana stored within emits a translucent glow to the naked eye. However, these Class 1 sediment stones display a slight tinge of affinity alteration. I would have designated these as Class 2 sediment stones. Enough the hypothetical prattle. I am not the proprietor here. But I can't help but feel as if these clumps of dirt do nothing but soil the fine linen and interior of the cases which contain them. It's comedic, in fact. It's almost as if this proprietor had the local children fill these fine cases with every stone and dirt clump they could find. The only discernible sediment stone is this Class 3 sediment stones. This appears to be the only true Class 3 sediment stone amongst the rest of this rubble. You have a keen eye for quality, young lady. I would expect nothing less from an acquaintance of Master Zavitz. This is definitely a Class 3 sediment stone, and yet, there's something peculiar about the cut of it. The basic augmentation process which transformed a natural sediment stone into a crafter sediment stone adds protective properties which prevent seepage. Augmenters always incorporate a seal of some sort into the sediment stone as the final step, but this particular stone doesn't appear to have that standard seal. Yet, no seepage is occurring either. Wow, Miss Ratana, color me impressed. I didn't know you could tell sediment stones apart just by looking at them. Well, I suppose I can, but to a certain degree. Sir, what is the price of this cut? Oh, the price! How silly of me. Here it is. Beg pardon? So many numbers. Is this what they call highway robbery? You think so, Miss Salfine? It's actually the standard asking price for Class 3 sediment stones. Again, I do feel that these sediment stones have been fairly evaluated and priced. The pawn shop proprietor wasn't speaking in jest. He really can't afford to carry anything around with this absurd of an asking price. Probably around maybe 2,000. I forgot what's that called, but yeah. This Class 2 Sediment Stone is just like... The lack of a standard seal is evident here too. And on the Case 3 and And on the Class 3 and Class 4, what kind of augmentation process did these undergo? Is there something amiss, young lady? Well, I'm just at a loss for words to describe the strange treatment these sediment stones underwent. How should I explain it? I'm not sure I fully understand why. Why these sediment stones lack the standard seals from the augmentation process? Why are they so complex? Without the standard seals, weak as they are, crafter sediment stones cannot store any mana subtype. Some augmenters intentionally incorporate unconventional seals, but I don't think that's the case here. May I presume that the young lady is very invested in these sediment stones? Huh? Miss Alpine? These are the newest prototype sediment stones created from the latest compressor available on the market. The mana compression rate is double that of anything commercially available, making them ideal when you need to store mana on the go. And it's Class 3. I understand your concerns regarding the complexity of these particular seals. However, lower price means lower cut quality, making it more difficult to remove the seal. Mind you, these prototypes were designed with normal Cadians in mind. Why should we be bound by their standard seals? Young lady, you wouldn't be using this sediment stone for anything other than sheer amusement within a conventional compressor, would you? Of course not. Huh? What's the matter? Could you tell me what a compressor is? I beg your pardon? A compressor is a device that siphons mana from the mana stream and stores them within these very sediment stones. Device? You're telling me these devices created the unusual seals on all these sediment stones? Why, yes, these devices did indeed. Then these sediment stones weren't imbued with the purified mana of mana crafters. Ratana! Oh my. Gosh, Miss Alpine, you never told me Miss Ratana was a comedian. Sure. That was a very good joke indeed. I couldn't even tell it was a joke. Your deadpan is flawless. Why, my humble establishment has no need for crafted sediment stones. The price would be astronomical. And you know what they say about mana crafters these days? Their depravity knows no limit. I couldn't agree with you more. I never thought the master had such comedic acquaintances. Without your interjection, I'm afraid I would have taken the joke seriously. What master is he referring to? Oh no! Eek! I forgot we had another errand to run. What? But Miss Rune, what about our transaction? I'm so sorry, but this is one errand we can't afford to skip over. Have a good day. Good. Just a moment, Miss Rune. Whoa. Time's running out. Wow. Maybe? Phew. What was that all about, Rune? That's the second time you scared me half to death today. I apologize for the unplanned escape, but the proprietor was starting to see through Miss Ratana's facade. Excuse me? Oh, it's nothing, Miss Alpine. I just have a tendency to think out loud on too many occasions. Ha! But surely, there must have been a better method to conclude the transaction without interrupting it entirely. That proprietor may never meet with us again. I suppose that's a possibility. I'm sorry, Miss Ratana. I've never been good at handling that sort of situation. So, essentially you're inflexible when it comes to conveying messages. You are the most peculiar person I've ever met. I can only hope that you mean it in a positive way. I still can't believe how expensive a single Class 3 sediment stone is. We couldn't afford it even with the money we started with. Well, I suppose I could have. I apologize, Miss Selvine. I should have asked how much they were charging for Sediment Stones before he went to retrieve them. Please don't be sorry, Rune. It's not your fault that we can't afford them. If anything, we owe you for helping guide us around Kadia all day. My lady is correct. I understand why you did what you did, and we are grateful for your assistance thus far. Yes, but that doesn't help you with your Sediment Stone problem. You might not be able to get them here, with the standard asking price being what it is. The proprietor's prices are actually at Kadia's current market values for Sediment Stones. Are you certain of this? Please say no. In that case, I can only hope that Selvine and I never become separated. Sediment Stones aside, I have a very important question for you, Rune. Yes? Do you possess some sort of celebrity status here in Kadia? I can't help but notice that everywhere we go, everybody seems to know your name. Really? Indeed. Everyone we've encountered thus far has regarded you with incredible respect from the moment they see you. Are you some sort of royalty, Rune? Of course not. It's just, my line of work in Kadia is pretty peculiar, and unfortunately, I can't really share the details. The people we've run into so far just happen to know about the nature of my work, that's all. So, it's private, but everyone knows and treats you unusually well. Do you work at a brothel? Blarg! You got it all wrong, Miss Selvine. How did you even come to that conclusion? Well, you said it's a peculiar job, right? That's the only conclusion that can be reached. Miss Ritana, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm choking on my saliva. You came to that conclusion with that one word? I think you're taking it a little too literally, Miss Selvine. It doesn't matter what her job is. It's late now. That reminds me. You wanted to know more about life on the outside, right, Rune? My lady, you wouldn't. But we're not done shopping for your supplies yet. We'll skip the Sediment Stones for now and head to a boutique next before dinner. We can talk all about the outside during dinner. That is, of course, if you'd like to dine with us tonight, Rune. We'd love to have her for dinner, right, Ritana? Have her for dinner, my lady? Are you serious? I'd love to. But I wouldn't want to impose any more than I already have. Impose pose. You kept your end of the bargain, so we'll keep ours. That's what friends do for each other. What? Come on, you two. Let's get going to a boutique. What? Understood, my lady. Friends. Oh, wow. What a surprise way. We're here. A wooden signboard stood outside the door leading to the boutique. It reads, Crowley's Apparel, gone to get smashed. Gone to get smashed, huh? That's some honesty. I couldn't agree more. It's almost as if they want to turn potential clients away. It's not too late in the day, but they've already gone and closed up. How curious. I'm so sorry. We should have started our shopping spree here first. I agree. The unwanted attention we attracted during the entire course of the day was unbearable. Our attires really are too foreign for the locale. We should have known. No one else here was wearing a cloak. And why should they? Cloaks and their specific dye are status symbols. For example, Minecrafters wear black cloaks. My outfit identifies me as a royal guardian. It's the most formal attire any servant may be entrusted. Salpine's peach color gown does nothing but exacerbate our eye-catching predicament. Her appearance is exactly that of a princess after all. I think I'll be okay for one night, Ritana. After we find some lodging for the night, I can always scrub away the dirt and the dust. Restoring our clothes to pristine condition is important, but I would like nothing more than a hot bath. I would like nothing more than to part with the stench of soil. Well, since this shopping trip's been put on hold, shall we find you some lodging? No, Let's find somewhere to eat first. Is there any place we can eat that's nearby, Rune? Yay! Yay? I've never seen you so excited over a simple meal, my lady. Of course I'm excited. I'll get to try a whole different cuisine. I want to ask her how she could be in any way enthusiastic about being swept away from our homeland, but I restrain myself. If she can forget, even for a moment, about the misery of seeing Ruxenheide be burned to the ground, why take it from her? Why take it from her now, when Selfine will be haunted by those memories again tonight? The memory of our people falling to the blades of those shadow soldiers. If it wasn't for Rune, Selfine and I may have done nothing but brood over the loss of our homeland. Selfine wouldn't be as cheerful as she is now. I am indebted to Rune for helping us taking our minds off Ruxenheide. Well, I don't know. Your gelato looks delicious, Rune. It does. Well, it is pretty delicious too. And it's cool to the touch too. Oh, and it's red. Ah ha ha. Does the color affect the flavor? My lady, Rune, why are you both spoiling your appetites before supper? They were enjoying a pair of popsicles they procured from the vendor we encountered on our way down to a stone-paved street. With a few gallows to spare, Selfine bought herself a custard popsicle and Rune a strawberry popsicle. Because we're hungry now, Ritana. Indeed, my lady. I just hope there are places to eat around here. Now that you're done snacking, let us locate a real restaurant. It's supposed to be Ritana voices, but whatever. Good call. I'm still starving for real food. What did you two have in mind? Some place that serves something piping hot and cooked. Well, if that's your only preference then. Rune is still a mystery to me. What's more mysterious is that I've become relaxed around her. It's uncharacteristic of me even. We spend a whole day with her, but I still haven't detected even the slightest trace of malice from her. Ah! Eek! Ah! I dropped my popsicle. Is this suspicious clumsiness of hers just an act? I don't want to believe it is. I don't want to even think anybody would ever go that far. But I couldn't help it. Is everything okay, Miss Ritana? You look troubled. Oh, it's nothing but... Forgive me. Forgive you? What's there to forgive, Miss Ritana? Why, good evening, ladies. A solicitor cut our conversation short with his greeting. There's a great discount going on all week down at Ivo's Tavern. Stop by and give the grub a go. Ivo's Tavern, eh? Yup. Ivo's Tavern is located near the edge of the city and has always been a local favorite here in Kadia. A tavern? If memory serves, that's an antiquated term for lounge. That's right, missy, and we got a brand new brew to boot. We've got a promotion on to celebrate. 30% off everything on the menu. Wow. Did you hear that, Ritana? 30% off everything. 30%. Not even 50% off, but wow, whatever. That's an alluring incentive. I never thought I'd hear Selfine's voice reach an ecstatic volume over the prospect of practicing frugality. While it may be enticing to leap on that, it's not a prerogative that our funds remain whole. We wouldn't be able to afford a single Sediment Stone in any case, so we would at least like to treat you to a more reputable establishment, Rune. That's awful kind of you, Miss Ritana. I guess we could go somewhere else. If you ladies ever change your mind, please take this. The solicitor handed Rune a scrap of paper. For those beautiful ladies out there, present this to your server to receive an additional 20% off everything on the menu. See, I actually say 50% off, so because 30% off everything off, but for ladies 20% off, so that makes it 50% off. So that's my guessing point. Let's go to the tavern. But my lady, we cannot compromise quality over cost, even if everything is 50% off. How could Selfine even ever contemplate the joy of the cheap eats when she only knew the finest things growing. When she only knew the finest things growing up. The food may be foreign, but I don't remember you ever acting this excited when you were younger, my lady. Wow, Miss Ritana, you sound like her mother when you say stuff like that. Let's go to the tavern! Miss Salvine sounds like she's dying to get going. Would you at least like to check out the establishment before deciding? I can take you to there. I suppose a peek wouldn't hurt. I'm tired of trying to figure out the cause of Salvine's excitement anyways. Whatever can help keep her mind off Rex and Heidi is welcome to me. Rune led us down a narrow road to a street lined with dark, dilapidated and dreary buildings. It was a far cry from the clean central district we traversed earlier. The shadows around every corner provided effective cover for opportunistic thieves. I wouldn't want to enter any alleyways or narrow roads along this street. I cannot help but shake this feeling of danger in this damp and unsettling atmosphere. Wow, this part of town sure feels pretty interesting, Rune. I'll say, Miss Alpine, it's got its own personality, that's for sure. Rune proceeded to walk ahead of us. My lady, are you absolutely certain that you want to have supper in a tavern on the seedy of a street? What's seedy about it? What isn't seedy? Don't you feel the danger that's lurking around every corner and alleyway? I had no idea you felt that way, Ritana. Personally, so long as I'm with you, I've got nothing to fear. What's wrong, Ritana? It's nothing. I just thought I may be helpful for you to exercise some caution as well. We'll be fine, you worrywart. Do you really think Rune would take us somewhere dangerous? Besides, I have you here to defend me, my royal guardian. We'll be safe and sound with your scales. Silly Salvine. After another 10 minutes along that disquieting street, we've reached our destination, an illogically large building. We're here now. This is the one and only Ivo's Tavern. Rune went inside before us, and we followed slowly.